What's up, people? Mitch SANTONA here with a Sideshow Collectible. That's right, it's a 6-scale figure. My very first. First of many. I've got quite a few of them pre-ordered, to be honest with you, because once I had this sucker in hand, dude, I'm addicted. So, here we go. This is from the SCUM and VILLAINY Bounty Hunter series. This one's from The Empire Strikes Back. We have none other than the notorious Boba Fett. Give you a little size comparison with something I know and love. This is Bruticus from Fall of Cybertron, so you can see just how big this thing is. And wow, forgive the shoddy camera work here, but I'm hand-holding this because this box is so friggin' huge. But it is pretty amazing looking here. Now there's some little scenes from Empire Strikes Back. The very few times he does appear in Empire Strikes Back. The way this works is there's a magnetic strip in this heavy cardboard here. It's nice glossy heavy cardboard, and really you can display this thing in the box because it's just as impressive in the box than it is out. Well, not quite. I'm just gonna kind of scroll through some of the text on the side here. If you guys feel like you'd like to read it, go ahead and pause. Here's one window and what it comes with. You can see a lot of my reflection, but besides that you can see a lot of different weapons and options here going on. Different sets of hands, pointing hands, backpack. Again, more description here on Boba Fett. Drop back a little bit, see if you can read that if you'd like. Very cool. Very cool. It even gives a little bit of the backstory of, like, I guess some of the prequels now too. So, but yeah, here he is in package, and just I can't wait to get this thing out of here. So no more dawdling, let's do that. Alright, the first thing I pulled out of the box here is this light up stand that it comes with. And this, if you remember from the Empire Strikes Back, looks a lot like the flooring of the carbon freezing chamber. It's got a little on-off switch here. It came with batteries, you just have to pull the plastic out so that the terminals will make contact. You light it up, and it looks friggin' amazing! Alright, let's have a quick look at his accessories before we get into the figure itself, because his accessories have so much detail in them that it would be a shame not to show you what's going on with these things. They're just amazing. Now, if you know anything about Boba Fett, if you've really, I guess, paid much attention to his whole outfit or his whole getup, he's got a bunch of different like little blades and stuff just inside of his little work pouches and his pockets. One of the things, just some little, looks like a little grenade or something here he's got. He's got a couple blades like this, but everything is just, I mean, even these little tiny weapons are just amazing. They're just, it looks like worn metal. It looks so realistic. I mean, these are like little tiny miniature little prop replicas. I never could figure out what that thing is. Maybe somebody could tell me. He comes with, it looks like a one of the guns that Jango Fett actually wielded. But maybe just a little bit older. It almost has like a wood grain or just like an older, tarnish on it, like it had been used by his dad, and this may be one of his leftover, and it's just old. So I don't ever remember him having that in any of the movies, but I think it's just a throwback to the new movies. Here he did have this thing, and this was just amazing. This thing just looks incredible. It looks like worn metal here. It just, oh man. I'm so totally impressed by this. It looks like it's got like some burn marks here, like the middle had been heated up by laser blasts or whatnot. I just think it looks incredible. Even the little tiniest of details here. It comes with like a little metal hook. This is a leather strap, with metal buttons on it, and this is the size of my, smaller than my fingers here. So, just stuff like this is just why these Sideshow collectibles are just totally and completely amazing to me. Have a look at his backpack here. Just these little sculpted in details are totally awesome. It's it's scratched up and weathered, and it's very screen accurate. I mean, just totally spot on. They took so much time and love to mold all this stuff in here and paint this the way it has been painted. I mean, these things are kind of expensive, but look. This is the back. This thing's going to be on his back. He took the time to weather all that, to wear it in. Even put like a bunch of details and then paint those details, and you'll never see that because it's going to be attached on them. That's the type of stuff that that really, really makes this thing stand out above all the rest. There's no sense in not arming him up, so let's do it montage style. Here's Boba Fett on his stand, and I am speechless. This thing looks absolutely incredible. Look at the details. Look at how nice this looks. This looks totally, utterly, inconceivably, amazingly incredible. Am I gushing? I'm gushing on it a little bit. I gotta tell you, man, this figure, this piece, and it really is a masterpiece. This thing is just absolutely incredible. You're seeing the paintwork here is just amazing, and there's detail everywhere, every little nook and cranny of this thing. Look, even up in here, even on the inside of his helmet, he's got like detail. That's just amazing. Of course, he's got that chest armor, and it's battle worn. You know, it looks like plated metal that had been painted and since been worn. It's like all burnt up, dented up, dinged up. Boba Fett's seen some action. That patented, you know, the little shoulder, the Mandalorian crest there looks really cool. Just the cloth, and this is cloth. This is all plastic, which looks metal. But this is cloth, and then this stuff here is like it's like a vinyl material, and it looks just like the same stuff that he would have worn in the show. It probably is the same material exactly, because they really did a good job replicating this stuff. I'll get into posability in a bit, but I want to show you all the little bits of this thing and just how incredible and how accurate this stuff is. Let's see if I can zoom in there. Yeah, his little rocket darts, his little wrist launcher thing. Looks so nice. The gloves are just spot on. So on his right arm, he's got the metal, you know, like the yellow shoulder pads there, and dinged up. Looks like he took a bullet or a laser blast. I've got this slung on his shoulder. It's kind of fallen off. It's his gun. I think it's kind of how he carried it, kind of slung like that. That's at least how his holster implies. These are supposedly their Wookiee hair braids. That is what what all of the fiction has told me. You know, still more fun stuff here. Lots more details all over the arm. Looking at his waist here, he's got, you know, the pouches. Then the pouches are leather, right? So they are a faux leather, so they look and feel totally real. That's just craziness, man. The pouches are all dirty, like he'd been rolling around, blasting at people. He's got some little rocket darts on his knees there. You can see those two things. The spiked feet. He got little spikes on his feet there. That is quality. When you got worn treads with dirt in the right spots on the bottom of the shoe of a figure that probably you'll never even think to look at, that's awesome. His cowl is even posable because there is a wire along the outside. It's sewn into the hemming of this, so you can kind of crinkle it the way you like it, and it'll stay pretty much like that. So kind of nice, you know. You can maneuver it out of the way, make it look more natural. Just nice touches everywhere. So having a look at some of the options of what you can do with this. Now you can change his feet out so he's in a kneeling position, and then you've got, you know, basically the toe where he's stepping. He's got gun hands here. All around here he's got pointy finger pointing at you, two fingers like I see you, kind of a relaxed hand. That might be like a grip hand for his gun. Thumbs up if you like Boba Fett. There's some relaxed hand positions, or some grip positions as well. Yeah, it looks like he can hold stuff there. There's relaxed hand position. There we go. Of course, those are ball joints too, so you can move it around all over the place. So I think what I would like is the pistol hand so he can hold that rifle. So we'll pull that right out very easily. Let's see if we can get that back in. Right now he's looking like Luke in the next scene of the movie. There we are. Okay, perfect. And the fingers are a little bit rubbery, which is nice because you can kind of just naturally grip it around the pistol grip of this gun and make it look correct. And there's Boba Fett shooting from the hip. Alright people, let's do a little posability here. Now Boba Fett can really emote this head, even though it's basically in a bucket. But he can tilt it side to side. It's pretty much anything a human head can do. Maybe even more. It could probably go 180 degrees if he wanted it to. So, yeah, man, that's just... He can really be expressive even though he doesn't have a face. Of course, his little targeting scope will come down as well. The arms are very, very posable. They're just like a human's arms. I mean, they're really, you know, they have the same limitations. They have the same posability. You can move them around, but, you know, they're restricted by pretty much the armor, you know, just like a human's would be, by clothing and armor. He does have a bunch of joints here in his, I'm not going to say a bunch, but he can really move around at the waist and hips. I mean, he's just rolling around all over the place. Again, very natural. The legs, again, same situation here. You know, you can rock them out. What humans do. It looks like he's probably got about a double knee joint or some sort of joint that will allow him to bend that leg completely back. I don't want to do it because he's got a lot of armor around his knees and just a bunch of junk there, so there's no point in really doing that and stressing that fabric out either. His ankles will, you know, he's got some tilts on them. He can spin around as well. You know, just kind of, his ankles are pretty stiff, so he can hold his weight. You can stand him up with the backpack on. I've been using it on the stand just because it's a little bit more stable, and golly, I don't want my expensive figures to fall over. Alright, thanks guys for watching. This has been Mitch Santona with Sideshow Collectibles Boba Fett. I gotta say, honestly, not exaggerating, this piece, this figure, is probably the best figure I own. I can't think of anything that can top this. Honestly, this Sideshow, wow, man. My hat's off to you guys. I am totally blown away by this thing. It is amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. I can't take my eyes off of it. I can't stop fiddling with it. I mean, it's durable enough to pose and mess with. It's just incredible, man. Just really incredible, and I'm totally excited to get my other Hot Toys that I have on order now, and I'm not regretting spending that at all because these things are totally worth it. Fantastic job, Sideshow Collectibles. Wow, I want to give you guys a hug because this thing rules.